What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 3 of my Total Warhammer II modded Rakarth campaign. So as we saw last time, we did manage to catch out Lewin and his army, destroying the probably the best stuff the Bretonnia has. If this is the only two armies that they have, and considering they only have the one territory, it does seem like it is, we should be able to destroy them for good this, well, probably not this turn. Well, actually, maybe this turn. I'll think about it. Depending on how we deal with Couronne itself. Before we get to that, though, I do want to apologize that there will maybe be some construction sounds in this particular episode. I don't know how well you guys can hear them as compared to how loudly I can personally hear it, but trust me when I say that it's slowly driving me insane, because the construction's been going on before I wake up and basically throughout the entire day and into the evening. If my dog starts barking, I'm just straight up gonna lose my mind. Will Ruinous lose his mind? Find out next time on Rakarth versus the World. But anyway, let's see what we have to do here. I think maybe instead of waiting in ambush, which is what I was planning last time, maybe we just go straight in, grab a second Hydra, and then siege Couronne. If they attack us out in the field, the two Hydras should be able to take care of most of their forces, rather, and hopefully the Charybdii, whatever, might be able to take care of the rest. We don't obviously have much of a melee line to speak of, so that is going to be a tremendous concern. But I would be willing to sacrifice pretty much all of our all of our dread spears and oblique swords and stuff for the purpose. So yeah, let's give it a try, shall we? Let's immediately go into recruit Hydra. I really wish we had a couple more Harpy units to recruit this very turn. I'm almost tempted to get a couple giant wolves, drop below to negative income, and then just delete them later because they're so easy to get comparatively. If I had to choose between the Feral Mammoth and the War Hydra, I would obviously choose the War Hydra, though, because it has so much more to offer. Not that the Mammoth isn't amazing. Oh, it does have Wall Breaker, though. No, but yeah, we gotta go with Hydra. The expense is killing me, but let's do this. And we're gonna go negative after this, but hopefully we'll go back into positive after we take out Couronne. So let's do this. Let's force the siege. And yeah, it's in their favor because they do have a lot of units, but I mean, their melee line is like 3 times our size, and they do have a lot of these units, but that's okay. I think we'll be able to make it through. Let's start building siege equipment, although I imagine they'll attack us in the field. If they don't, we can just stay here and siege them to death, because we are not losing enough money for the siege to hurt us badly, and I think this should stop them recruiting as well. And let's see what we have here. Oh, right, maybe Ugrok rather can help us out and kill Shantae while she's not being protected by this. Hopefully the AI realizes that. That would be just swell. What we should also do is, as soon as possible, try to get a hero of some sort going. We'll need to build a building for that, though, and the reason for that is I want to sail a hero over to Nagaroth to identify the factions and maybe set up some trades with them, because we're going to need the money and the support. They should love us after we invade Ulthuan and stuff, but so many factions around here hate us that it'll be an issue otherwise. And I'm thinking that we try to take as much of this territory as we can, but don't bother holding on to it, i.e. if we lose Longyi, if we lose Arnau, or whatever the other Gorcel from Marienburg, it's not a big deal. Oh, they've taken Krungzint as well. That's lovely for them. But anyway, let's end this turn and let's see if these guys sally out. It'll be a pretty damn nice cinematic battle if they do, because they outnumber us by so much. Well, let's see if the Hydra's up. Yes, they will indeed come out from behind their walls. We probably won't be able to destroy them all. We'll have to try to make sure that we keep our Harpies and our Giant Wolves alive enough to actually chase down any units and kill them, so we can go and take them out from behind the walls. But this is exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, this is going to be a good battle. Let's go. Alrighty, here we go. A battle to decide the fate of Bretonnia. Well, the fate of Couronne, rather. There's still a lot of Bretonian factions. Yeah, obviously this may not be a settlement battle and for the actual settlement of Couronne, but I think that we can all agree that this battle will decide the fate of the faction. If we lose, they'll survive for another day, and if we win, they will probably die within the next turn or so, depending on whether we can auto-resolve or not the battle afterwards. It'll really depend on how many of the units we can kill here, and that will in turn depend on the work that our monsters can do. So, our quick movement monsters, all of our 4 units of hounds. I think it was a good decision to have the 2 extra units of these giant wolves that I got here just to chase down all these routing peasants, because we have to kill as many as possible so that they don't return to hide behind their walls like the filthy cowardly peasants that they are. In addition to, well, not that the knights are any different, they're all the same as far as the Druki are concerned anyway. And over here, the Harpies are just hovering over this hill to identify this little army here and keep an eye on for any stragglers, units of archers and stuff that we can take. Now, with regards to this setup here, as a rule of thumb, I never ever corner camp. This is sort of accidental, i.e. this is by far the best position on the field, being a natural hill. And the only other hill was here, and it would have taken too long to move up here. We could have tried it, but it's a little bit annoying, and I just felt like this one was better for a number of reasons. A, because it was closer and easier to set up on, and B, because these guys have to cross the water here and the rivers, and there are woods beside here. It's just a much better position. The other option would have, of course, been this hill, and it would have been the exact same issue where it's a little bit too close to the edge of the map. So I just chose this one. But yeah, I'm not trying to corner camp here. You can see that I didn't put a unit here to actually block all this off, because I feel like that would be playing too far into corner camping. But here we go. You'll probably never see me doing anything like this again for the rest of the campaign, but you know, if it becomes necessary, just by virtue of the land, it becomes necessary. And this is our first debut battle for the Charybdis, and yes, I think that we can all agree that this thing does have 5 Maws, in fact, so we've got plenty of Maws now. 15, in fact, with our second Hydra, who we will probably be keeping as long as we can afford them, so the 15 Maws of Rakarth are getting ready to fight. Now, you gotta love the model of the Charybdis. I was so disappointed when in vanilla it was a pretty lackluster unit. I think people pretty much never picked it, even though it's such a cool unit. Disappointing, but hopefully in SFO it's considerably better. Plus, in this particular battle, because of its Abyssal Howl ability and the fact that it can deplete leadership. Wait, we can't actually see it here, can we? Oh wait, I'm selecting Dark Shards there. Charybdis, stop it. Let's try. Really? Why you gotta make this hard for me, Charybdis? Yeah, here we go. Abyssal Howl, -8 leadership, constant around itself. This is really, really useful against an army like this, because there's so many peasants in here, and they will rout so damn quickly once the leadership comes, debuff comes. And now the enemy sort of started moving in its first army, but then it sort of started joining up and waiting for its second, which is kind of on the weird side. Usually, I mean, it's sort of good, but sort of bad, in the sense that it didn't tie up any of our units, which allowed us to breathe on these knights here, doing a fair bit damage. And the second War Hydra is actually coming in to do the exact same here. Plus, they're getting kind of shot up by our Dark Shards, which are armor piercing and reasonably good. And we can see the Hydra waddling up, getting ready to shoot more of these knights with its fiery breath. Here we go, here we go. Can't wait for the Chill of Sontar to join us and lead the Hydras. And yes, the Hydra's very, very decent at damaging these knights, as we found out last episode, and it's still holding true. We're also getting some nice kits in with our Reaper Bolt Thrower, and it's doing okay damage, not amazing. The enemy's actually doing a reasonably good job of staying apart, although there's a nice blob here as well. We are also about to overcast a use of the Flock of Doom, because there are 2 big blobs here that we can certainly target. Oh, and here comes a charge into a Hydra, but the Hydra bounces back, then they switch direction and go straight straight for our bleak swords. Kind of an interesting choice, but then they get hit in the back with a freaking Charybdis, who is anti-large and forces them to rout pretty much instantly with its rear charge and in combination with the debuff that it provides. So fare thee well to those knights, and no knights have actually approached us yet, so it's, and ironically doesn't really matter that we're in the corner, because we're not actually being protected from the knights going from the sides, because they're not doing anything really. And there we go, there's the Flock of Doom on a blob, and yeah, did a little bit of damage to pretty much everybody. Over here there were two separate units of archers, or peasant bowmen, whatever, who got attacked by our harpies and are just going to get ripped apart here. The harpies are sort of preventing them from coming back, which is why I have them here, even though they're not that great at chasing, while the doggos, or the giant hounds, which you know that I like to call them doggos, move in to sort of fix that. All four of our doggo units have come out of the woods now and are starting to move over here because the melee component of the enemy army has separated from the peasant bowmen, who are no longer being protected, which means it's time for the giant wolves to shine and take them all off the field, while the harpies help out and deal with those archers as well as these field trebs so that they don't actually get any hits on us. As well, the giant doggos, or the giant wolves, are anti-large, so any of these knights that run off the field, we can attack them. Alright, the Charybdis over here is helping out two charges of the enemy knights here. We do get a debuff from Rakarth on them, which does some damage. It's a whip debuff, right? That purple stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, Whip of Misery, minus 20 melee attack and 100% chance to deal not a lot of damage, but still. It's something. The minus 20 rather melee attack is really crippling to these knights, especially in early game where they don't have a crazy amount of buffs and they're facing something like a Charybdis, which is specialized at killing them. The Hydras, both of them together with their massive amounts of regeneration, are holding off all of these infantry units, and this is a pretty glorious battle. I mean, killing peasants may be pretty easy, but it sure as hell is fun. And plus, we're killing some of their lords as well. Now, over here, one of the routing units of knights actually decided to charge our unit of doggos and got kind of wrecked for its trouble, but a supporting unit of knights is doing the same as well. I don't know whether the AI realized that we were about to attack all of their peasant bowmen, but it seems to have diverted all of its knights to fight the doggos. Not actually a great idea on their part. Certainly, they can do damage to the doggos, but we have more of them here, and look at that. That unit was charging with quite a lot of them, and they drop so damn quickly when surrounded by these guys, because so many of the doggos are anti-large and can attack several of these guys at the same time, dropping them all. And beautiful. Over here, the exact same thing is happening. One unit of our giant wolves, the hurt unit, the one that was hurt the most, was attacking these peasant bowmen, but got caught and stuck by these spearmen-at-arms and various men-at-arms units, and then charged by these knights there. It's kind of unfortunate for us, but it does open up a window of opportunity for the rest of our doggos to attack all these peasant bowmen who appear to be charging. Looks like they didn't even stay long enough for the doggos to actually charge them. They started routing just by virtue of army losses in combination with the damage they've taken from our Reaper Bolt Thrower. Otherwise, the Hydras have held the ground, seen off the vast majority of the enemy units, especially with the help of the Charybdis, who has also seen off the charge of all those knights, and then followed up by killing more of those peasants. So we're doing pretty darn well. The upper portion of the hill has never been reached here, actually, and all of our range units are basically attacking with impunity. The enemy field trebuchet has also been taken off the field and is about to be destroyed by the harpies with only 4 units remaining, and the rest of the harpies, as well as another unit of giant wolves, is no longer needed back there to deal with those units, so we are able to attack them. And now there's also a prophetess of life over here that we are going to chase down with our doggos, who once again, anti-large and damage dealers, should be able to bring her down really, really quickly. She was almost 75% HP a couple seconds ago, and she drops so quick. I'm really liking these giant wolves. I thought they would be about on par with dire wolves and stuff like that, but I think they're actually quite a bit stronger. And yeah, I did get a lot of use out of things like dire wolves and Norscan warhounds and ice wolves, but I'm very, very much enjoying the effect of these giant wolves, I guess from all the buffs that Rakarth gives them. Another Flock of Doom moving in, and this battle should be just about over. We should be getting a chain route any moment now. Rakarth has been fighting basically on his own his entire time, trying to help out these Dread Spears and Bleak Swords from, you know, caving in and allowing some peasants to attack our range line, but that would be too insulting for the Druki to bear, I think, so Rakarth will have to fight on the front lines personally. And I know that lots of Dread Lords don't like to do that. They like to sit behind the lines and allow for their minions to do the work. But I guess in this particular situation, Rakarth is one of the quote-unquote good ones, or at least one of the respectable ones. And there we go, another breath from the Hydra just to see off all of these peasants. That's always wonderful to see. Oh, look at that. These were close to, I think, 75 or 70% HP, and now they're both dropping. This one's basically done, and this one's got, what, maybe 15% HP remaining? And great job, Hydra. And these units are gone, and the chain route should be just about here. A run, peasants. You will kill no one else with your precious shovels and your pitchforks. And obviously we're going to have to chase down and kill as many of these units as we possibly can, and this is where our doggos, I was about to say shine, but actually continue to shine, because they've been shining this entire battle. Really, really fun battle here. Now, the Rakarth campaign has been going pretty well so far. Once again, I'm really liking the start position with all these battles that we can get engaged in. Maybe I was starved for a good start position with Imrik. Not that the Imrik start position actually turned out to be as bad as I thought, but still. They've both been quite fun, and this is coming from somebody who generally doesn't like to play any of the elves, just because they're elves. But here we go, a heroic victory. Let's see how much damage our doggos dealt. Alrighty, there we go. A nice little heroic victory for us with pretty darn minimal losses, I think. Lots and lots of kills on all the doggos, of course, and the Hydras did well. The Charybdis, while not doing so much in terms of its kills or damage, did really help out with that minus leadership aura, especially against enemy peasants and stuff, helping out with routing this army as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, we weren't able to kill this prophetess life. She wasn't a horse, and I felt like chasing her around was not going to end so well for us because we had better and more important things to do with the doggos. I'm glad this doggo unit actually survived, if I'm a little bit surprised that they did. And let's see. Huh. The Shades actually did less damage than both the Dark Shards units. Kind of interesting. I probably should have sent them into melee to help out a little bit more with their great swords instead, but that's okay. It turned out that we didn't really need them to take out the Knights when the Hydras hurt them so damn badly with the breaths, and then the doggos took care of the rest. But Beasts, the absolute stars of this battle, as well as it should be under Rakarth. Now, I feel like we have to go with Enslave, grab the slaves, grab the extra units, and let's see. Will 500 slaves help out with our money? They should, but how much? I guess we're about to find out. And we might be able to auto-resolve the actual battle for Couronne now, because most of them should be dead, or at least enough should be dead that it shouldn't be a concern. We also got to level up, but we are saving the points to go through the Carrion Crows and the Apex Predator line for Rakarth, as we do absolutely have to do that. So sorry, upgrades. You, and yes, I'm apologizing to upgrades here. You, Arcane Conduit, there we go. Oh damn, I didn't check how much damage those Flocks of Doom did on you. They obviously don't get many kills, but I feel like they probably would have done pretty damn decently. Anyway, let's see. Couronne. Yeah, this looks auto-resolvable to me. Maybe our doggos will die, but I don't think we need to fight this again because it will be a pretty pathetic battle, as just the Hydras and the Charybdis would be able to take care of this. We'll probably have a nicer siege at Marienburg, as I doubt that they will sally out. So let's auto, and let's take it. And yeah, okay, that's perfect. I'm very happy with that. Alright, and we will occupy it instead of looting and occupying it. And there we go, 941 predicted income and a free Banner of Eternal Flame. Very nice. I will certainly take that. Oh, you still go to level 1 though. Oh, I could have looted this. Alright, a little bit of a screw up there. We could build some more Dark Shards and Dread Spears here, but I think that's not necessary. You have Clay, which does make a decent amount of cash. We will need to build the walls as fast as possible here so we can actually possibly hold on to it. I think... I think we have to delete this here. Because if we get any more stuff, it'll be monstrous units. And we probably won't be able to afford anything new in Rakarth's army for a while anyway. So yeah, let's just do that. We will cancel this. We will build a manors here, just to try to get this up to the necessary amount as fast as possible. Let's go to no more slaves for you, and we'll up the public order. At least for the first little while, before we switch it to growth. Yes, growth would be great, but you know what? Rakarth will probably have to sit here for a couple turns, but I would like to raid Marienburg, so maybe if we could get to level 2, it should be pretty quick. At least that's the dream. Okay, well, unassigned skill points we don't care about, and since we're making money, can we get something here? 3k for this, probably not worth it unless we get materials at sea or some other island buff. We do have to remember to go for that island as soon as possible. Now that we have all these monsters, we should definitely be capable of taking that. Especially since the other one disappeared, and I'm still kind of salty about that. And I swear I saw 2, unless I was really drunk. Let's end the turn. I assume this little army is going to suicide on Couronne, which will prevent us from regenerating fully. They're gonna siege us, yeah. Damn the AI in doing that. Okay, World Walkers are now fighting Middenland, so that certainly works out for us because they'll be fighting amongst themselves and ignoring us while we do our thing. Rakarth, so yes, that will be another turn that you definitely have to sit here. Raiding season, hello. Income from raiding faction-wide. Oh, that's lovely for 20 turns. If we are going to raid Marienburg, this is going to be a great time for it. I can make a decent amount of cash. What? Oh. Can we? I don't want the garrison to reinforce here, but there's no way to... Okay, well, the entire garrison will die, but who cares? Do it. Show neither mercy or restraint. Yeah, it's annoying, but whatever. It's a free and 97 slaves. I guess we could take murder captives, but I don't think we'll be destroying Marienburg in that time remaining. We will most likely just siege it, or not siege it. Oh yes, and a Razor Standard. Damn, we are getting some solid standards and the Ice Blades and the Crows of Cain. Oh, okay, well, we gotta get the Crows of Cain in. That is an absolute certainty. They'll be free in only 2 levels. So, yeah, we'll take them right now. Oh, in fact, we'll take them when we go to raid in a turn or so. Rakarth is at, yeah, level 10. You leveled up again as well. We should probably get the Ice Blades. As I recall from the Malice campaign, they're actually very, very nice for a Bleak Sword unit. Not as good as the Sons of Sigmar, probably, but still pretty damn good because of their Frostbite. And they have a special aura which gives minus 40% speed, which also really helps out with the with monsters, doesn't it? Allowing them to chase. Alright, well, can't wait to make use of all that. Now you have your Arcane Conduit. We do want to get another point in the Curse of Anric here, but the Transformation of Kadon, rather. But I think, first of all, we're going to get Wild Casting. Then I think we're going to max out Scouting before moving into Clever and Conniving, and then eventually one of these abilities. Which one yet I have not decided. A free Vortex or a free Magic Missile? I'm probably going to have to go with the Vortex. I've never gotten super value out of Magic Missiles. They're okay, and they can be fairly decent. Ooh, wait, these buff up Harpies? Oh. Huh, maybe we'll have a couple Sorceresses then. That's going to be interesting, and she can fly around on her Dark Pegasus leading the Harpies. But yeah, what I was saying was, there are some very, very strong magic missiles, like Gaze of Nagash, but generally speaking, I find that other spells are a better use of your Winds of Magic than magic missiles. Okay, I was about to say this is about to get upgraded, but no, it needs 3, so that's nothing we can do about that. And I guess that's another end turn. At least we're pretty good in terms of cash right now. Go. And then, since only Marienburg is at war with us, we can proceed down here and raid this. I hope I just didn't jinx us and force another faction to declare war on us, because that would be very possible here. And, oh, who do we have over here? Oh, and look who it is. It's Marienburg. Well, isn't that adorable? Now, since they're here... Wait, you're in March stance and you're reach... Are you insane?
I'll ignore that.
Wait, what? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? What the hell? What? Marienburg, what are you doing? Okay, AI. It seems like you're playing right into our hands here. Well, it looks like we're going to attack them in a second. Oh, maybe they can't see into Couronne. No, but the AI can secretly see everything. Unless you ambush, in which case it behaves like you don't exist. Alright, well, let's get into it. If they're really reachable and then there's no bug here, Marineburg just screwed itself. Which indeed it did. Alright, well, obviously this is going to be another cinematic battle. Should be a pretty darn easy one, because we have March stance and stuff. It's probably not even necessary to do it as cinematic style, but either way, we'll have to make a cut here regardless, because... Ooh, wait, who am I going to put this Razor Standard on? The Wolves? Should we power up the Bleak Swords? I'd put it on the Ice Blades when they come up. You know what? Let's put them on to you for this one turn. I should have gotten the Ice Blades and the Harpies in here. That's my bad. But that's okay. Alright, I'm going to have to make a cut here. Wait, no, don't start battle. Make a cut here to comment over the previous battle, then we'll do this one. So here it is. Alrighty, there it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight this in a regular, a non-cinematic style at first and comment over it, play over it in the regular way. If what happens is what I suspect, i.e. the entire army basically breaks in like 30 seconds, then obviously there won't be any need for a cinematic battle like the last one. But if it turns out to be a better battle than I think it will be, then we'll end up doing it cinematic style afterwards. So I guess we'll find out. I just feel like because they're already in March, and these are basic units, and we have the Charybdis and the 2 Hydras, they're all just going to get terrified and wrecked very, very quickly. But hey, I've been wrong before, so let's do it. Alrighty, so we got a nice little juxtaposition as compared to the last battle, because I believe this is the same map, right? Except we're on the attacking side this time. We will still, however, start off with our range units up top and start firing down those multi-shots. We'll have the Harpies move in from behind the enemy over here, and I guess the Doggos. I mean, we could double up on the Doggos, but let's see, there's Empire Knights here. What else is here? Really not that much here. Okay, yeah, let's go 2 Doggos here, and then another set of 2 Doggos all the way. You know what? Pop them right here. You guys get hidden in there? I think you can, it's just you're not trying very hard. Try harder, please. There we go. Just gotta keep an eye on them so that they don't get found out. Otherwise, we'll make just a very, very basic line here. I'm not even gonna check what kind of line we need, i.e., line them up in specific ways with the spears and the flanks, etc. It's actually just 2, 2, and 3. There we go. Pop you guys in here, and then monstrous units. I guess you guys are going to be group 3. We'll just have to get some breaths out, and I think the breaths will probably force the entire enemy army to rout anyway. I actually don't want you to stand together like this, though. I want you here. I want the Charybdis in the center to rout the main portion of the enemy army, like so. Rakarth can be group 1. You can be group 4, and there we go. Start. And go. You fire on, let's say, I don't know, these crossbows, doesn't really matter. They have a mortar here, which is, I guess, not so good for us. So let's line these Doggos up here. Oh, are you guys going to send in Empire Knights to deal with the Doggos? That seems like a terrible idea. Because the Empire Knights are weak as it is. Ooh, hello. I'd like you to fire on those things. Are they really going to just mill around here? I'm almost kind of tempted to set up a transformation of... You know what? Let's do it. Go immediate transformation of Karond. Let's also pop that arcane conduit. It's a waste in terms of magic right away, but I think we'll manage to fix that up. And then transformation. You're gonna start. Yeah. Gonna drop very, very quickly. What I want you to do is drop among the mortars and just distract them. Yeah, see, they're firing at us already, and they'll do some decent damage to those dread spears unless we do something about it. And you guys are indeed gonna go for the Doggos. Insanity. Absolute insanity. You guys get ready to attack them from both sides. In fact, all of you monsters can turn off guard mode. You monsters can turn off guard mode as well. Harpies, get ready to attack. Certainly kill those mortars pretty quickly. Other Doggos are fine. Wait. Get ready to hit him from the back. And charge. Yeah, you guys are going to take damage from the charge, but then right after the charge, you're going to rip them apart. It'll be the damage will be worth it. So yeah, let's just see what happens here. In terms of damage, they are about to go to half HP, but the knights are about to drop to 0. And yeah, there we go. They should be done. All right, perfect. And since this is a march stance battle, we don't actually need to do anything other than rout the enemy, we can just take them off the field and it'll be over. Is that an Empire Knight unit? Yeah, go breathe on that, Hydra 1. Hydra 2. Really give you guys names so I don't get confused. I think you guys have performed admirably enough times. Let's get you breathing on... I don't know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. There we go. And Rakarth, you can move forward as well. They're all screwed. Ooh, maybe we can get Rakarth a nice duel here. Go after that Lord, please. Is he really going to go after a Hydra? Insanity. Did you manage to get your breath off? Alright, you know what? Let's head you over here to deal with... maybe we'll just head the Spearman unit to deal with him. Not a huge deal either way. 2 Spearman units, let's say. Alright, how are we doing out here? You guys... Oh, the mortar is actually routed. Harpies, take care of those, please. Doggos. Oh, is that another... Pistolier unit. Who's faster here? Pistoliers move at 100, you guys move at... Oh, you're actually slower than Pistoliers, but... We have Harpies coming in from the other side. 1 Harpies go here. The other Harpies try to chase down those Pistol... Oh, wow, what the hell? How'd they get caught? Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I misread this? You guys move at... Oh, 95. You're very close to similar speeds. Well, that's unfortunate for the enemy. Okay, let's get back to normal speed, and we'll send the other Doggos to attack the rest of their range. In fact... really need 1 to attack the Pistoliers here. Harpies will help out with the rest of that. Alright, how's the rest of this army doing? Hydras are in. You can whiplash. Ooh, I forgot to send the Charybdis. That was my bad. Yeah, you guys just keep looking after those knights, would you? Don't even need the Charybdis here. Alrighty, you. A whiplash right here. And this battle should be over any second now. Doggos, kill. Doggos kill. Harpies chase down those mortar. Actually, you don't need to, they're dead. Doggos are killing. Harpies are killing. And, alright, I guess one of you can chase down that nonsense. Alright, who are you firing at, by the way? Oh, you're firing at this. Okay, maybe fire down on that. And, ooh, one of the Hydras is actually hurt. Did you want to help them, Charybdis? Thank you. Alrighty. And at least we're gonna get some action shots in this army regardless. Let's send some of the oblique swords into fight now. I don't think we need... we don't need to worry about our range units. They're just fine exactly where they are. The Hydra and the Charybdis both in the water now. And oh, the Pistoliers... Oh, that's what's been doing damage to the poor Hydra. Yeah, sorry, Hydra. Hydra 1. Let's do that, let's do that. You guys kill, you guys chase, you guys kill, and man, every single battle, the prowess drops when the battle is already over. I don't think we've had a single battle where it's dropped and made any difference now. Any battle at all, maybe it's just an early game issue, or maybe, oh, I didn't even bother doing this. What I was saying was, maybe it's an early game issue, or maybe that martial prowess is just very, very much superior to murderous prowess. Kills, yeah, you have to make a lot of kills. Like, against the Skaven or something, this would probably be really easy, but I feel like it should also be easy against giant forces of peasants and stuff like that, but honestly... Both the last battle, which we were horribly outnumbered, and they had a ton of peasants, and this battle as well, not enough kills happened. Man, oh well. I mean, we still won, so it's not a huge deal, but I guess we need to start taking casualties ourselves, which we really didn't take at all. 25 units lost here. And yeah, this is why I felt that this wouldn't be a particularly concerning battle. I barely even bothered to try to do stuff like magic and whatnot, because I wasn't really concerned enough to not get action shots as much as possible. That's a decent amount of slaves, though. Let's take those. Help with the... Up with this, there we go. Rakarth, we got a Feather Foe Torque. Hey, and we captured some more Harpies. That's lovely. I'm gonna make use of you. And Rakarth, you are gonna go into raiding because you can't move anymore. And you are, I guess, going to raid Lyonesse, which is gonna give you some more money. Quite a bit more money, in fact. And you're now level 11. We're very, very close to getting this, all the good stuff in here. Lovely. Ooh, and plus, and 13 Beast Tamer. That's going to be another a very nice buff. Okie dokie. Now, what else do we have to do here? We're probably going to run out of time very soon, but I actually forgot to keep track of the episode length this time, so I'm just guessing here. I guess you're going to go through scouting, as I was talking about earlier. You're not ready for Dark Pegasus yet, unfortunately, but that's okay. That would really help. When we get that Dark Pegasus, we will be able to get those casts off from the air. Ooh, your public order is actually an issue here. We might have to switch briefly to the demand highborn hostages. At least a little bit later. Now, do we have any rights that we can use right now? I'm kind of tempted to go to Sacrifice to Earth. No, but the 750 is just not worth it, is it? Just really, really not worth it. Yeah, it'll help our public order and it'll help our growth, but how much money will that cost us? Oh, our slave income is 1,000 per turn already? Yeah, no, we're not gonna... That's a waste. We need the slave income, unfortunately. We will, however, upgrade this. I think I forgot to upgrade this earlier. That was my bad. And you know what? Since we have the cash, let's just upgrade the other stuff in here. You're going to go to level 2, and I guess you're going to go to level 3, because it's not like we're not going to make you go to level 3 eventually anyway. And otherwise, we're going to spend more cash on Couronne. Hopefully, there's not a full stack here in Marienburg, though, because that would be unfortunate. Otherwise, settlement upgrade available. We don't care, because we're going to upgrade the main settlement first. We also have research available. And I believe I said I wanted Revel and Suffering, but I'm now kind of tempted to go for casualties captured post-battle instead. Or do we just straight up upgrade the Harpies? I mean, we do have quite a few of them now. And I would really like to get rid of our Bleak Swords and our Dread Spears. Just replace them all with powered up Harpies. Powered up free Harpies at that. It's a pretty good option. But you know what, let's start with the continuous slave supply. 5% port income should also apply to a big old port, so it's not much of a difference, but it should still be something. Anyway, let's end the turn and let's proceed to Marienburg. Insofar as we have a few more minutes left. At least I think we do. Should have been paying attention to ye old time. And... now that the orcs have taken Castle Artois, I'm not entirely sure that we should attack them. I wanted to earlier. You got income from all buildings Yes. Yes, game. Let's read this. A thaumaturgist in one of your provinces has been tasked with squeezing greater profit from industrial processes. Lost in thought one day while inspecting a smelting plant, he slipped and plunged into the roiling slag. His death was not in vain, however, as the smelters discovered that the introduction of osseous matter worked to strengthen the metal, raising its value. Profits are up faction-wide. Really? You discovered that adding carbon is good for smelting? Okay, well, a little bit late. Or though maybe it's actually wants bone, i.e. sort of dark magic thing instead. Alright, you're gonna start moving to Marienburg. Yeah, we could probably get... Wow. How much money do we make for raiding? Damn, and this is for raiding Lyonesse, which is quite poor. Huh. Well, that's interesting, but we're gonna still move all the way to Couronne, or through Couronne to Marienburg. Ooh, Avalorn discovered. Why? Okay, I was a little bit worried that they had a fleet sailing up, but it doesn't look like it. I'm glad that we're able to maintain our army with our 2 Hydras and Charybdis this early. And yeah, obviously before we move in, we will get the Crows of Cain. I think we'll remove both the Dread Spears and then grab the Crows of Cain as well as 2 more Harpy units and the Ice Blades. It'll mess up our melee line even more, but I feel like we just got to make sure we use the Harpies properly. Do we have the level 7 buffs for Harpies yet? No, we don't. Okay. Which is what, again, I think it's confer Bloodlust. Yes, yes. So it's weapon strength. Well, physical resistance will be nice. I really wish they had a little bit more armor. That would probably be quite a bit more useful, but whatever. You can't have everything. Unassigned skill points, settlement upgrade available. Ooh, Longi or... You know what, let's go Longi first, because upgrading this will give us another manor, which will mean more growth. You are going to be in public order, or do we switch you to growth? The public order is going to be screwed up here for a while because we won't have public order buildings, but I feel like we go for growth for now, just to upgrade this to level 2 and 3, eventually, just for the walls. If we can actually somehow manage to hold on to this territory, we would have a great bulwark against all this stuff. And oh, Wrecker's Point got wrecked here, instead of being taken over by the Norskins, which means it's a free territory that we could possibly claim. Well, let's see what we can do about Marienburg first. So end this turn, send another one. Unless we get a sudden war declaration on us, which is very possible. So many factions seem to dislike poor Rakarth. He just doesn't fit in. He's always hanging out with his monsters. Okay, non-aggression pact with Ograk. I'm probably going to attack you later, buddy. Just because you're in a green territory that we kind of want for ourselves. Are you the faction that comes out of the Massive Call? I think you are. The question is whether you're actually able to hold on to that. Military alliance between the Bjornling and the Hellspire, we don't really care about that. We can't attack Marienburg in one turn, but we can certainly go into raiding. Let's see how much money we get for those. So we're at 1208 right now. Ooh, they are building armies. And now we're at 26-25. Pretty good. And 700 slaves per turn. Oh, I am very tempted to get that. I'm almost tempted to stay here and raid for a while. Oh, wow, they have the fort here as well. Oh, and you could probably hear my cat meowing. If my dog joins in, it might get annoying. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll have to stay here and raid this. Obviously, we won't have time for the actual attack of Marienburg this particular episode. We will have to wait until next time.
Tamer of Dragons.
Yes, Tamer of Dragons indeed. You're not the only Tamer of Dragons. I wonder what we'll get if you and Imric somehow manage to get a fight between yourselves. Alright, let's have one more turn before we call this episode. There's nothing else to upgrade. I don't really want to waste the cash on the Estates of the Masters, just because we're going to delete it very soon, I want to say. I mean, we want to replace this with a slave income building. Well, I'll build another manor here instead, because I want to build walls or something here, or maybe another slave income building. If we get protected with an army, we won't really need to build walls here, and I would prefer that, I think. All right, let's end the last turn. I just want to see what Marienburg does with its armies. Will they be able to get here in time? Will they try to... They'll probably march stance here, which will mean they'll die very quickly afterwards. That's what I'm guessing. Yep, they did march stance over, but they didn't stand outside. All right, so yes, this is where I'm gonna call it. We captured another set of giant wolves. We will get... Oh, wait, you can't...
Stand down.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna spend another turn, I think, because Marienburg maybe will... Oh, wow, your garrison is trash. I completely forgot to get the extra harpy unit and stuff, but if we move back here, we won't be able to hit... I think we won't be able to hit Marienburg. Maybe we'll risk it. Maybe this will be okay. Because it cost us, what, 30% movement range? We'll have 60-ish left. Might be possible, but I guess that's a question for next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.